Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are going to solve Cambridge IGCSE Mathematics Paper 2 Extended. We have the subject code 0580 and the variant is 22. For the session of May-June 2024, we have 1 hour 30 minutes for this paper. And this paper is carrying 70 marks. So we're going to start our question paper from question number 1. Question number 1 is that the temperature at midnight is minus 4 degrees Celsius. The temperature at noon is 25. Work out the difference between these two temperatures. So this is an easy question. Taking the difference, 25 minus gonna plus, then it would be 29. So our answer would be 29 degree Celsius. Moving to question number 2, our gardener charges $6.55 each hour he works plus a fixed charge at a rate of 15.50. Calculate the total amount he charges when he works for 4 hours. So it means that 6.55 multiplied by 4 because he worked for for 4 hours, so it would be 26.20. After this you're gonna add the fixed charge, and the fixed charge for this is 15.50. After adding it we get the answer 41.70, and this is the answer we have calculated. Moving to question number 3. Question number 3 is a delivery driver records the number of pizzas she delivers each month for 1 year. Complete the stem and leaf diagram. And initial is true, it means we have to add 2 over here. Then for 28 we have to add 8 over here. And for 3 starting 39, it means we have to write 36 and 39 for 6 and 9. For 40 we have to write 41, 44, 48 and 49. It means 1, 41, 44, 48 and 49. Similarly, rest of it would be 5. It would be 2, 4 and 7, 57. 2 times there was 57, so this was an easy. Even the hint is also given, 48 pizza, you have to write 4 and 8 like that. Find the median of it. Median is actually the central value. We know that total values for this question are 12. So 4 values over here, 4 values over here. So these two would be the central value for us, that are 44 and 48. 5 from this side and 5 from this side. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. So 44 plus 48 divided by 2, we get the answer that is equal to 46. So this was also an easy question. Moving to question number 4. Question number 4 is Jonah has $750. He spends 1/4 of his money on travel and some of this money on the food. He now has $437.50. Work out the fraction of 750 he spends on the food. Okay, he now has this amount, so we have to subtract amount of money he spent, amount of money he spent, he consumed. 750 minus 437.50, and we get the value that is equal to 312.5. Now we know that traveling expenses 1/4 of 750, and that is equal to 187.50. You need to subtract both these values. 312.50 minus 187.50, you get the value that is equal to $125. So it means that his spend on the food is 125. And now you need to take the fraction of it, 125, and the total money is 750. We get the value that is equal to 1/6. So 1 by 6 is our answer. Even you can write in decimals. Moving to question number 5. Question number 5 is that the table shows part of a timetable, part of a tram timetable. If 10:30 and 11:70, it means that from 10:30 to 11 o'clock there are 30 minutes, and from 11 o'clock to 17 minutes, 30 plus 17, it would be 47 minutes. And 30 to 14 7, it is also 47 minutes. So you're gonna add 12 18 to 47 minutes. How you gonna add? It would be like that: 8 7 5 and 1 1 1 2 2 4 6, but you would write 0 and give one carry here. 1305 is the answer. So this was our question number 5. Write 0.04628 correct to two significant figure. Again, this is an easiest question. 0.046 is two significant figure. Question number 7, on the Venn diagram, shade the region of A union B. A union B, we know that we have to shade all the circle of A and B, because unions mean all the portion that belongs to A and B. Okay, so you're gonna shade like that. Moving to question number 8. Question number 8 is that Kai invests 5,000 in an account paying simple interest at a rate of R% per year. At the end of 8 years, the value for his investment is 5,700. Find the value of R. So you need to calculate the value of R. We know that simple interest has a formula that is equal to PRT over 100, and the amount is given, that is 5,000 multiplied by rate of interest is R, and 8 over 100. 20 gonna cancel with 20, and we can calculate the value of interest. That would be 5,700 minus 5,000. It is equal to 700. So we're gonna put this equation equal to 700 because the value of simple interest is 700. We just calculated, and 700, 5 into 4, 400 R. You're gonna divide 700 by 400 to calculate the value of rate of interest. That is equal to 1.75. 7 divided by 4, it would be 1.75. Moving to question number 9. Question number 9 is from the topic of transformation, hopefully. Now you can see the question. Describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle A onto triangle B. First, we know that triangle A is small and triangle B is bigger, so it means that it should be enlargement. Now we need to find the center point. How can we find the center point? By increasing those lines, and at what point they would intersect, this would be their center point. So we're gonna join those vertices. Okay, one vertex to the another vertex, then this vertex will now you need to join the third vertex. Even you can join two vertices, and at whatever point they are intersecting, it means that this is your center point. But for the insurance, you can match all three vertices. In paper practice, you should draw with lead pencil. So if you find any mistake related to it, you could figure it out, and you can erase easily. So the center point would be 1 minus 1. Now you need to find the scale factor, because this question is carrying 3 marks. You need to find out 3 points. This box, this small triangle base is 2, and this small triangle has a this bigger triangle has a base of 4. It means that it is multiplied by factor of 2. So the scale factor is 2 over here. Moving to next question. On the grid, draw the image of triangle A after a translation by vector -4 and 3. -4 and 3. So it means that you need to -4 mean you need to move 4 boxes from here. So this would be 4 boxes, 1 2 3 4, and you need to go 3 boxes up, 1 2 3. So this would be your third box. Now you need to draw this triangle like that, and like that. Again, I'm explaining -4 and 3 is your you have to translate, and you need to move left 4 boxes and for 3 boxes up, then you need to draw this triangle. So this was an easy question, again carrying 2 marks for it. Moving to question number 10, write 17440 in the standard form. So this would be like that, 1.74 into 10 raised to power 5. Now move to question number 11. Question number 11 is that a company survey 40 of its employees. In the survey, 3 employees say that they walk to work. The company has a total of 1240 employees. Find the expected number of employees of the company who walk to work. So we know that 3 employees decide to walk out of 40, and there are 1240 employees. So you're going to multiply with 1240. You will get the answer, cancel 0 with 0. Then after solving it, you get the answer that is equal to 93. So 93 is the expected number of employees that would prefer to walk to work from out of 1240 employees. Moving to question number 12. Question number 12 is simple. The diagram shows a right angle triangle. Calculate the value of x. We know that hypotenuse and base are given. So you're going to apply cos x is equal to 8.5 over 14. Then x is equal to cos inverse of 8.5 over 14. You get the value of x that is equal to 32.61. Moving to question number 13. Question number 13, without using a calculator, solve this. 2 whole 1 by 4 means 2 fours are 8, 8 1 plus 9 by 4, 1 divide by 1 whole 8, 1 whole 7 by 8, 1 8 8, 8 plus 7 15 by 8. You need to take the reciprocal of it, 8 by 15, then 4 2 the 8, and they're gonna cancel with the table of 3. It would be 6 by 5, and 6 by 5 means 1 whole 1 by 5. So your answer would be 6 by 5, or you can write it 1 whole 1 by 5, or even you can write it as 1.2. Moving to question number 14. Question number 14 is from the topic of coordinate geometry. It says that a point A is the point 02 and B is the point 86. Okay, find the equation of the line AB. Give your answer in the form of y is equal to mx plus c. First you're gonna calculate m, that is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and the value of y2 minus y1 would be 6 minus 2 and 8 minus 0. It would be 1 by 2. You can join these lines A, B like that. Now you can see that now you can clearly see the y-intercept, that is equal to 2. C is equal to 2. Now apply this formula, y is equal to mx plus c. You're gonna get your answer. Y m value is 1 over 2 and the value of c is 2. So you get the answer 1 by 2 x over c. So our answer would be our answer is y is equal to x by 2 plus 2. Okay, moving to question number 15. Question number 15 is 3 towns A, B and C are equidistant from each other. The bearing of C is from A to 10. Equidistance means they would have 60 degree, 60 degree and 60 degree because it is equilateral triangle, and the bearing of C from A is 104 degrees. This is equal to 104 degree. Calculate the bearing of B from C. It means you have to draw the bearing at C, and this would be like that. You know that this would be equal to 180 degree, but you need to find this angle in order to complete it. So this angle, we already know that this angle is equal to 60 degree. Okay. Now we need to calculate this angle as well. If we put the bearing over here, this angle is 60, then 60 plus this angle would be 90 degree, then 90 degree this would be 14, then 60 plus 14 is equal to 74 degree, and this angle we're gonna calculate, that is equal to 76 degree. This angle would be 76 degree. Okay. Now 76 plus 60 and would be equal to 136. We're gonna subtract 118 minus 136 to get the value, that is equal to 44. So this angle would be 44. Then the bearing would be 180 plus 44, that is equal to 224 degree. So the bearing of B from C is 224 degree. Moving to question number 16, that is from the topic of kinematic. The speed time graph show the information about a car journey. Find the deceleration of the car between 240 and 320 seconds. We know the formula for the acceleration, that is v minus u divided by delta t, that is equal to 0 minus 16, and the time interval is 60 second 240 to 320, that is equal to 80 second. So you get the value of minus 0.2 meter per second square. But over here you have to write the answer for the deceleration. Deceleration is already negative, so you do not need to put the sign of negative. Next part is calculate the distance between the car traveling during those 320 seconds. Okay, first figure is of triangle. This area would be like that, 1 by 2 30 into 16, that would be equal to 240. Other shape is rectangle. This is 210 multiplied by 16. How you get the 210? 320, and then subtract this value to get the total answer, that is equal to 210. So you get the answer 3360. Then this triangle has an area of 1 over 2 multiplied by 80 multiplied by 16. You get the value, that is equal to 640. After adding those three values, 240 plus 3360 plus 640, you get the value, that is equal to 4240 meter. Okay, moving to question number 17, that is again from the topic of set. W is equal to students who walk to school. G is the students who wear glasses. There are 20 students in a class. 8 walk to school, 3 wear glasses and walk to school, 2 do not wear glasses and do not walk to school. It means 2 would be here and 3 would be here and 5 would be here. Complete the Venn diagram. So there are 20 students, 2 plus 3 would be 5, 5 plus 5 would be . And how you get the 5 value? That would be 8 minus 3 is equal to 5, because 8 walked to school, okay, and 3 value was here, and you get the value of remaining 2 plus 5 7, 7 plus 3 is 10, and total students are 20, so 20 minus 10, so this would be 10 over here. So this was an again easy question carrying 2 marks. Moving to question number 18. Question number 18 is that the graph y is equal to f of x is drawn on the grid. Draw the tangent to the graph at point x is equal to 3. So it means that we need to draw the tangent over here. Okay, so it would be like that. It would be like that. Now you need to you have draw the tangent. Now you use your tangent to find an estimate of the gradient of the curve at point x is equal to 3. You need to take 2 points. I'm gonna take this point 2 and 0, and other point I would take it as this would be 4, and this would be 4.1, this would be 4.2, and this point would be 4.2 and 11.6. So you need to calculate from this point 4.2, 11.6 and 2, 0 the gradient, and the gradient value of the gradient would be like that. M is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, 11.6 minus 0, then 4.2 minus 2, you get the value that is equal to 5.3. An examiner is saying that any value that comes between 4.9 to 5.5 would be considered correct. So you don't need to confuse if your answer come 5.4, 5.5 or 4.9 or 4.8, or 4.8 would be considered wrong, but 4.9, 5, 5.1, 5.2 would be okay. Moving to question number 19, y is directly proportional to x minus y ka whole square, where x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 3. Find y when x is equal to 7. It means that we need to build up the equation y is equal to, and that is directly proportional. It means that y is equal to kx minus 1 whole square, or you can write first x minus 1 whole square is the directly proportion, then substitute the value of x and y to calculate the value of k. It would be like that. 3 is equal to 9k, and the value of k would be 1 by 3. So now you need to calculate find value of y. Our equation would be like that. For y is equal to 1 by 3 x minus 1 ka whole square, and the value of x is 7 minus 1 whole square. 7 minus 1 is 6, 6 square is 36, 36 divided by 3, our answer would be 12. So the value of y is 12. Moving to part B, m is inversely proportional to the square root of the p. Explain what happens to the value of n when the value of p is multiplied by 9. Okay, it means that m is inversely proportional to the square root of p. The equation would be m is equal to k under root p. If you the value of p is multiplied by 9, it means this would be, if value p is 1, then if this is multiplied by 9, it would be 9. It means that under root of 9 would be 3. so it means that value of m would decrease 3 times. So we're gonna write the answer. Value of m would decrease by 3 times, and if it is multiplied by 16, next year if examiner go like that, you need to write your answer would be reduced by 4 times. Okay, moving to question number 20. Two parcels are mathematically similar. The larger parcel has a volume of 80 centimeter cube and height. It means you need to use this formula. V1 over V2 is equal to L1 over L2. Over here L1 and L2 are represented by H1 and H2. So it would be like that. 33.75 divided by 80 is equal to H over 5.2 cube. So after solving it, taking the cube root and solving it, this cube root would be cancelled by this, and this would be 0.75 is equal to H over 5.2. Now you need to calculate the value of H. After multiplying 5.2 by 0.75, you get the value that is equal to 3.9 centimeters. So your answer would be 3.9 centimeter. Again, this was a very easy question. Moving to question number 21, that belongs to the topic of simultaneous equation. 4y plus 3x is equal to 18, y is equal to x square minus 18. You're gonna put this value over in this equation. It would be like that. 4x square plus 18 is equal to 13. Now you need to multiply. Also you need to write 3x over here. You get the value 4x square, x square minus 18. So minus would be 472, then it would be 3x, then it would be minus 13 equal to 0. After rearranging and solving the equation, we get the value 4x square plus 3x minus 85. Now you need to midterm. Apply the midterm over here. You're gonna get the pairs like 20 into 17. 4 into 85, your product should carry 340, and your sum should be equal to plus 3. So these are the two pairs, 4x square plus 20x minus 17x minus 85 equal to 0. Take 4x common over here, that would be x plus 5, then minus 17, it would be x plus 5 again, that is equal to 0. Then x plus 5 and 4x minus 17 equal to 0. Then x is equal to minus 5 and x is equal to 17 by 4. Now you need to put these values in the equation. This y is equal to x square minus 18. When you put the value of minus 5 over here, you get the value of 7. So when x is, now you can see when the x is minus 5, the value y is 7. Now you need to put other value as well. Y is equal to 17 by 4 whole square minus 18. It would be 1 by 16. So your answer would be 1 by 16 over here when the value of x is 17 by 4. So you get those 4 values of x and y. This was a question of simultaneous equation. Hopefully you get the understanding of this question. Moving to question number 22. Again, this question is getting popular year by year. For each sketch, put a ring around the correct type of the function. We know that this is the cubic function. Graph like that is a cubic function, and graph from the second part, we know that this is a reciprocal graph. So over here I'm gonna put circle over here. Next part is on the grid, sketch the curve y is equal to sine x for 0 degree to 180. So you need to sketch. We know that sine 0 has a value of 0 and sine 90 has a value of 1. and again sin 80, 180 has the value of 0, again 270 has the value of -1. So you're gonna make the graph like that. Okay, solve the equations. Again, this is a very easy question. Sin x is equal to -0.4, then x is equal to sin inverse of 0.4. You get the value that is equal to -23.57 degree. And you need to find the two values. First, you need to know those four quadrants. You know that all ratios are positive, then only sine is positive here, only tangent is positive in third quadrant, and only cos is positive. It means that tangent and third and fourth quadrant should be our answer. For getting the third quadrant, you should add 180 plus 23.57 and you get the value that is equal to 203.57. And you need to subtract for fourth quadrant 360 minus same 23.57. You get the value that is equal to 336.43, you can say. So this was an easy question. You need to remember that in third quadrant sine is negative in third and fourth quadrant. Moving to question number 23. Question number 23 is again from the topic of sets. Okay, the Venn diagram shows the information about the number of students in a class. Some study English, some study French, some study Spanish, and some do not study any of these languages. Find n E union F whole complement unions S. Okay, we know that E union F whole complement would be equal to 4 and 5, and when we take this union with union of C, we get the value of 4, 5, 2, 1, 3. Okay, we need to find the numbers, and we know that the numbers after taking union with S, it would be like that. It would be 15 are those number. One student is picked at random from those who study Spanish. Find the probability that this student studies exactly 2 languages. Or exactly 2 languages, you can say that it means that Spanish and French, Spanish and English, it would be 4 and the probability student study exactly 2 languages. It means that 2, this one and this one, 2 plus 3, and total are 10. So you're gonna get the value 5 by 10 and equal to 1 by 2. Why we are not taking this value? Because this means that the student studies 3 languages and we need to require only 2 languages. So 1 by 2 would be our answer for this question. Moving to last question of our paper, question number 24. Question number 24 is that O is from the topic of vector. O is the origin and OPQR is a parallelogram. M is the midpoint of the PQ and N divides QR into 2:1. OP is A and OR is B. Find MN, give your answer in terms of A and B. We know that for MN it would be equal to MQ plus QN. We know that MQ is equal to B by 2 because this is the half of it, and if this is B, this would be B by 2 and this would be B by 2. And QN is this, QN would be 2 by 3 because this portion is presenting 1, this portion is presenting 2, so it would be 2 by 3 A. Why we are subtracting it? Because you need to go from Q to N, and this direction of OP is and then reverse of it. So you get the value of your answer B by 2 minus 2A by 3. The next is the lines MN and OR are extended to meet S. We know that from the figure. Give your answer in terms of A and B in the simplest form. We know that for the formula of OS we have the value OR plus RS. Value of OR is equal to B, and we need to figure out the value of RS. RS we can find out by comparing the triangles from over here. If we make a parallel line over here to complete this triangle, now you can compare these triangle to get the value of RS by like that. I'm doing over here, so you get the idea of RS over Rn is equal to ZS over Zm, and value of RS is this and 1 by 3A, and ZS is equal to ZR plus RS, and value of the value of Zm would be, what is Zm? This value is Z actually. Value of Zm is equal to A, because this value is A. So we're gonna cancel A with A, and we get the remaining value of RS, that is equal to RS over 1 by 3, that is ZR is equal to 1 by 2P plus RS. Then you need to find the value of RS. I am calculating over here. RS is equal to, you're gonna multiply that 1 by 3, 1 by 2B plus RS. After solving it, it would be 1 by 6B plus 1 by 3 RS. Then RS is subtracted from 1 by 3 RS, that is equal to B by 6, and you get the value of RS. 2 by 3 RS is equal to B by 6, and RS value would be 3 by 12B or 1 by 4B. Now you need to put this value over here of 1 by 4B, and after adding those values you get the answer 5 by 4B. So our final answer would be 5 by 4B. Hopefully you get the idea of this paper. If you do have any queries related to the paper, you can ask in the comment section. Don't forget to share with your friends, and do like this video, and thank you so much for watching this video. Allah Hafiz.